I'd like to recognize the staff of the clerks and our board members. I thought I saw another one.
There we go.
Oh, right there.
Judge, another judge.
Thank you all for coming out today, and we hope that a lot of people will win prizes. I bought a lot of them, and sign up for the incentive programs if you're eligible, if you receive SNAP, or you're a senior over 60, or you're a person over 60, because I'm getting close to that. So a person over 60, if you're eligible to have a reloadable card. But I'd like to talk briefly about the mobile grocery and how we ended up in this space. A lot of people know the works as affordable housing developers. We got into the food space about 12 years ago with the establishment of the South Memphis Farmers Market, and that was really driven by our neighbors in South Memphis and their need for access to food. Those same neighbors dreamed of something big at the corner of South Parkway, Mississippi. They had a lot of dreams, and we didn't have a lot of money, but we found some philanthropic sources locally through the Cloud Foundation and nationally through the Department of Health and Human Services Administration for Children and Family Office of Community Services. And don't ask me why the name is so long, but it is. So the federal government helped us, provided us money to start up our small convenience store size store in South Memphis, the Grocer at the South Memphis Farmers Market, and a kitchen where we do cooking education using the cookie basket. This store came to be because our organization participated with a mini documentary with the Guardian newspaper out of the United Kingdom or London in Great Britain. And after seeing the mini doc, Kroger contacted us locally and wanted to do something like this. They wanted us to see something they've done like this in Louisville, Kentucky. And so Devin and I, Devin Richmond, he's the manager of our grocery in South Memphis, went to Louisville to see what Kroger had done. The idea they got from a food bank in Wisconsin. Well, the pandemic happened right after that. That was January of 20. We still wanted to do the idea, although Kroger, they didn't give up on us, but they couldn't do it corporately at the time. And we were already in the food space. And so we said, let's look for money. So we found money locally to buy the trailer. Every issue you can think of with supply chain, aluminum, doors, shelving. It took us over 2 years to get this trailer that we had paid for partially. And then we had to go to Jackson, Tennessee. We found an F-450 to tow it. And PJ is the manager and driver of the mobile. PJ Adams started with us last September because we thought we would have this mobile last September, then last November, then last December, and it just kept going on and on. And so we finally have it, and we're glad that you've joined us today. I'd like to talk briefly about our partner, one of our number one partners for the last 10 years, and if you can move closer to me. Richard James, but Rick James, president of the Castle Retail Group, which operates the Cat Saver store at Madison, Southgate, which we partnered with him on, and Elvis Presley, and High Point, and South Point. He's been an invaluable partner to us for the last decade. He supplies us, so when you go inside, you'll see that the costs in our mobile and in our store are similar to the cost of a Cat Saver store. And what you find in small stores typically is that the owners are buying at retail and selling at a higher retail. And our people in our neighborhood could not afford that, and we didn't want them to have to afford that. And so Rick saved us and taught us enough to be dangerous in the grocery business. He's been doing this 5 decades. He's very committed to this business, and I'll let him tell you a little bit about his story. And then after him, instead of introducing him later, I'll go ahead and introduce our councilman, Super District 9, Chase Carlisle. He called me one day and said, "What do you need?" And I said, "We need some additional help with the mobile grocery." And so he awarded us one of the council grants to help assist us with staffing of the mobile grocery. So Councilman Carlisle will go after Rick, and then we're going to cut a ribbon. And I've already introduced BJ and Devin.